Aims of the Cadet Program. Develop in youth the attributes of good citizenship and leadership. The Cadet Program aims to assist in the development of cadets as good citizens and leaders. Through citizenship and community service activities, the cadet develops an appreciation for community membership and involvement within cadet, local, regional, provincial, national, and global communities. Cadets' active involvement will have a positive impact on local communities, which will contribute to community strength and vibrancy. Through leadership activities, cadets develop interpersonal skills and assume responsibility as effective team members, leaders, and dynamic coaches. They will develop the ability to conduct themselves in an ethical and socially responsible way. Promote physical fitness. The Cadet Program aims to promote physical well-being. Cadets develop an understanding of the benefits of fitness and a healthy lifestyle. This understanding, combined with ongoing participation in fitness activities, aids in the development of positive attitudes and behaviors that build resiliency within cadets and enable them to meet challenges. Stimulate the interest of youth in the sea, land, and air activities of the Canadian Forces. The Cadet Program aims to expose youth to the sea, land, and air activities of the CF. Cadets develop elemental skills through introduction and interaction with their respective CF communities. The Cadet Program educates and promotes liaison with civilian maritime, adventure, and aviation communities. These combined experiences and interactions are essential to the unique identity of the Sea, Army, and Air Cadet organizations. Also, they distinguish the Cadet Program as a whole from other youth development programs. Conduct and discipline in the Cadet Program. According to Cato 1522, discipline in the Cadet Program shall be used as a teaching tool to encourage youth to develop appropriate behavior. It should at all times be respectful to the individual, effective over the long term, and promote character development. As a member of the Cadet Program, cadets are expected to conduct themselves in a way which is respectful to themselves and others. Cadets are to adhere to regulations, orders, and instructions at all times. If cadets choose to disregard the regulations, orders, and instructions described in the Cato, consequences or corrective measures such as administrative and/or disciplinary actions may be considered.
Yeah, I saw that movie. Thought it was lame, just totally unbelievable.
Cadets, steady up.
Why don't you steady up? Why do you have to be the boss all the time?
When you're given an order by a senior cadet, you obey that order. You don't yell and you aren't rude. That's unacceptable.
I was busy talking to my friend. And you know what? I am really tired of having you telling me what to do all the time.
Timms!
Flight Sergeant Cote has to ask leading Air Cadet Timms to stand at attention one more time before he finally follows orders. After the cadets are dismissed, the Flight Sergeant asks leading Air Cadet Timms to stand fast and remain on the parade square.
Cadet, why were you insubordinate? Why didn't you follow my orders and come to attention? And why did you yell at me?
I was busy talking to my friend and you interrupted.
When you're given an order by a senior cadet, you obey that order. You don't yell and you aren't rude. That's unacceptable.
Okay, I shouldn't have yelled. It was kind of rude of me. And you're right, my behavior was unacceptable. I'm sorry, Flight Sergeant.
Private, I've mentioned this to you last week and the week before. The length of your hair is not to regulation.
I'm sorry, Master Warrant. I'll get it cut this week.
Why didn't you get it cut last week?
I was really busy, Master Warrant.
Private, does this look familiar to you?
For 2 weeks, Master Warrant Officer Blaine has asked Private Spencer to get her hair trimmed. She hasn't done it, so she should receive corrective measures for dressing below standard. She should be reminded of what is expected and given a copy of the dress regulations on acceptable haircuts and styles. Master Warrant Officer Blaine has also decided to send a written warning to the officer in charge of Private Spencer's platoon.
It is important for you, as a cadet and a member of the Cadet Program, to know what is expected of you in regards to behavior and appropriate conduct when you attend cadets and cadet-related activities. If you choose to act in a way that is inappropriate, then consequences may result.
In Submodule 1, positive team dynamics and the core leadership qualities of a cadet were introduced and discussed. Team dynamics and leadership qualities are things that people strive for in order to become better citizens and leaders. The Cadet Program promotes character development and values the development of inter- and intrapersonal skills. One aim of the Cadet Program that relates to building positive social relations is to develop in youth the attributes of good citizenship and leadership. The aim further states, Citizenship. Cadets develop an understanding of and appreciation for community membership and involvement within cadet, local, regional, provincial, national, and global communities. Inherent in this membership is an acceptance of and respect for multiculturalism within Canada and the world. Through their active involvement, cadets will have a positive impact on local communities, contributing to community strength and vibrancy. Leadership. In this peer-led program, cadets develop interpersonal skills and assume responsibility as effective team members, leaders, and dynamic coaches that conduct themselves in an ethical and socially responsible way. Cadets will have many opportunities to receive rewards or recognition for meeting or exceeding expectations set out in the Cadet Program. Some cadets may receive formal or informal rewards and/or recognition at the local corps or squadron or from sponsors, leagues, and CSTCs. Rewards and/or recognition may also be received from the national level. Rewards: return for service or merit, requital for goodness. Types of rewards include tangible items such as badges, promotions, certificates, trophies, etc. Recognition: to notice, validate, acknowledge, honor, and support. Types of recognition usually include intangible items such as praise, encouragement, commendation, compliments, an honor, congratulations, or thanks for doing something. Rewards, a tangible item, are sometimes given as representations of the intangible things, such as a learned or developed skill as a form of recognition. They are awarded to the cadets who have exceeded expectations for doing something. The most powerful forms of recognition, however, do not come from receiving a tangible item, but come in the form of a compliment, a pat on the back, or encouragement from superiors or peers. Recognition by superiors or peers is just as important as a tangible reward, as it shows the cadet is doing something well and is being encouraged to keep up the good work. Although receiving a particular reward or some form of recognition is gratifying, self-motivation is important as you move through the cadet program and through life. There will not always be someone around to congratulate you, encourage you, or notice you for doing something well. Having joined cadets is already a sign of motivation for wanting to become a better citizen, a better person, or a better leader. Intrinsic motivation is triggered by many sources, such as working towards personally meaningful goals, a challenge, something in the physical environment that attracts the learner's attention, curiosity, having a tendency to control what happens to them, control, feeling satisfaction by comparing their performance favorably to that of others, competition, and feeling satisfaction by helping others achieve their goals, cooperation. Choices made through actions and words can have a great impact, positive or negative, on a person. It is the impact, not intent, of these choices on others that is key. Some of the intended participant outcomes of the Cadet Program are to display positive personal qualities and social competence. Social competence, the manner in which one consistently responds to other individuals, expects other individuals to respond to oneself, and the interaction with members of groups sharing one's social address, as well as with members of groups different than one's own. This includes the ability to contribute as an effective team member, accept personal accountability for actions and choices, exercise sound judgment, and demonstrate effective interpersonal communication skills. An example of impact not intent would be one cadet constantly calling another cadet a Herbie because they're new to the cadet program. The cadet may feel hurt because they want to be included and the nickname is not very welcoming, but the intent was to show inclusion or being new. It is the impact on the victim that is important, not the intent of the action toward the victim.
So I didn't feel really comfortable in my old swimsuit, so I got a new one. Can I show you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's fine. Just throw a t-shirt over it and it'll be great.
Kathy feels hurt because she expected her friend to say something encouraging about how she looks. Kathy didn't think Lynn would tell her to cover up. Now she really feels that she doesn't look good in her swimsuit. Lynn didn't intend to be mean to her friend. She thought she was just being helpful and making a suggestion.
Knock, knock.
Cadet Moore likes to tell jokes. He tells them all the time, and he knows a lot of them.
Okay, I've got another one. Okay. A blonde joke. Okay. How many blondes does it take to fly a glider?
How many?
Cadet, I've heard a lot of blonde jokes and they're not appropriate. It's disrespectful.
Sorry, Flight Sergeant. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I'll try to be more careful.
Yeah. Oh man,
Close. Wrong place, wrong time.
As discussed previously in Submodule 1, Teaching Point 5, Describe Conduct and Discipline in the Cadet Program. As a member of the Cadet Program, cadets are expected to conduct themselves in a way which is respectful to themselves and to others. Cadets are to adhere to the regulations, orders, and instructions at all times. If cadets choose to disregard the regulations, orders, and instructions, there may be consequences, such as corrective measures considered. Corrective measures may include administrative and/or disciplinary actions.
Yeah, I didn't feel like going to class. Hey, let's take the whole night off.
Yeah.
After being dismissed from opening parade, Kathy, Lynn, and Jennifer decide to skip class and hide in the storage room.
Tompkins.
Sir.
When Lieutenant Green takes roll call in class, he notices that 3 cadets are missing.
Smith. What's going on today? Cadets! This isn't the first time I've caught the 3 of you skipping class, or that you've arrived late to class because you've decided to socialize. As a consequence, for at least the next 2 weeks, you will be spending your breaks in the classroom. If your punctuality and attendance improve, you will get your breaks back. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Leading Air Cadet Timms and Cadet Moore decide it'll be funny to prank their flight mates. While the others are in the washroom getting ready for lights out, the cadets fill some of the beds with shaving cream.
What a mess. It's gonna be great.
What's going on here? So on sheet exchange day, the 2 of you will collect all of the flight's linen. And I'll speak with your flight staff to ensure you make an apology to the cadets you pulled the prank on. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
At a cadet dance, 3 cadets are seen acting obnoxious, talking loudly, and even falling down. Later, another cadet reports to the supervising officer that there's a cadet being sick near the canteen. Lieutenant Wright finds a very sick-looking cadet. The cadet is feeling pretty ashamed.
Who brought the beer? Spencer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're not going back to the dance. I'm gonna call your parents to ask them to come and pick you up. The next parade night, the 3 of you, with your parents, you're gonna meet the CO with me, and we're gonna discuss what the consequences are at that meeting.
It is important for you to learn about what can happen if your behaviors exceed or do not meet expectations, so that you may experience more success in the cadet program, make positive contributions to the community, and become more successful in your day-to-day life and in your interactions with others. Throughout this submodule, you have been made aware of what can happen when behaviors exceed or do not meet cadet program expectations.